Hey, this is Curtis Armstrong, and you're listening to Mad Scientist Party Hour.
Oh, hello there, friends. Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name's Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who is completely naked from the waist down and is trying to throw rings around the end of his boner. That's Jeff Clark.
Jeff Clark boner ring toss.
Oh. And transmitting to us from the inside of a porta potty, the bearded booger-eating doo-doo monster known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo, rap, rap.
Man, I had a weird thing happen to me today. So I was driving home. I was on the 405, and off in the distance, I thought I saw some darting birds. But it turned out it was like a bunch of fighter jets in a V formation. And they were all flying together across the sky. And then all of a sudden, they started dumping shit out. It was almost like they were pooping. This big brown cloud starts shooting out of their asses. And it left this big brown streak. And I was thinking like, oh, there must be, I don't know, a sports ball game. Someone's playing catch. And they're shooting patriotic smoke out or some shit. But
No, it was just chemtrails.
when I got close, it was, dissipating. It wasn't, colors making the flag or whatever happens when they have fighter jets doing a flyover. And then I'm thinking to myself, wait a second. It's Monday at 11:30. I don't think there's many sports ball games taking place there, right?
There's zero sports. Tonight there's going to be sports in LA.
But not at 11:30 in the morning, right?
No, not at 11:30 in the morning. No.
So I pulled out the map, my GPS, to see if there were any, stadiums or anything like that near me. And there wasn't. There was a VA hospital. Like the VA center was there, and it was right around the Los Angeles National Cemetery, the U.S. Army Reserve Center, and the VA hospital. So I'm putting this out there now. This is documented. If I turn into a zombie, they dumped some shit.
Maybe they're just spreading COVID. They have containers of it.
They have
with the
COVID to
fighter
spare.
jets. Keep LA under siege from the dreaded COVID.
Oh, wait a second. I just zoomed in a little further. Jackie Robinson Stadium. Could those fighter jets have been farting on that?
No.
If they did, it's not a good thing. Like it isn't to commemorate anything. Jackie Robinson's a good American. That would be in poor taste for them to
Crop dust?
Literally crop dust. That's what I think you're explaining.
Look, I'm just trying to get people to buy more of the Mad Scientist Party Hour supplements. Make sure you get our ground up chicken bones and dried camel hoofs. They'll give you boners.
MSPH should produce its own ivermectin. Medication.
Yeah. MSPH supplements.
I don't know anything about dewormer, but supposedly Joe Rogan kicked COVID's ass in 30 minutes, I think, with horse dewormer. I don't know. I think it has more to do with him being rich and in shape, but maybe
he got those
the horse dewormer.
He got those rich guy antibodies that, doctors aren't giving us.
Yeah, doctors aren't giving us poor folk.
It's like with the Magic Johnson in South Park where they just inject money into his veins.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like what Chappelle was saying, Trump got like flown 1 mile and got crazy experimental rich guy drugs, and then they just let fucking Herman Cain croak. Yeah, fuck him. He doesn't get the magic stuff. Just give him one of those ventilators.
Maybe it was just he was beyond being saved, and they didn't want to fucking waste the good stuff on him.
Yeah, man. Speaking of
Terrible.
Chappelle, new special tonight.
It comes out tonight? That's exciting.
I believe so.
I thought you said October 6th.
Well, I saw a bunch of tweets today saying it drops tonight at midnight.
Hopefully it's
Maybe
9
people
o'clock
are
our
wrong.
time.
I know. I want to watch it tonight.
We have such a
The fucking goat.
we have such like a time zone viewing advantage over the other parts of the country. I was saying that to my friends today or this week. I was in St. Louis for a wedding, and they are all huge sports fans. And I was like, you guys really don't understand the awesomeness of Sunday football out west, starting at 10 a.m. and then wrapping up if you wanted to watch a Sunday night game at 8:30. I mean, theoretically, like if your team's not theoretically, but if your team's not playing Sunday night, you don't have to commit to watching that game. So you get a whole Sunday night to hang out with your lady or significant other or whatever, and it's just so much better.
Shuddy, do you watch 10.5 hours of football every Sunday?
No, not usually. Sometimes I do. Like the first 2 weeks I did. I didn't watch all of the late game. But I did watch, like this week I watched the Eagles game at 1, and then I did put the Packers and Steelers on for the 4:00 game.
So out there, they're as committed to football, and both genders, everyone in the fucking town, in the area, is as committed to football as I was. So supposedly my homie is always having people over on football Sunday. His buddies, their girlfriends, their wives, and he's got kind of a packed house, and they just all sit there in front of the TV and chill. It's wonderful. It's something I couldn't get my ex to do, something I can't get most Californians to do, but hey, they do it out there in the Midwest. What else do they fucking have to do out there in BFE though,
That's a good point. Well, how was your trip? You stayed with the bride and groom, right?
Not their wedding night. I don't really. I passed out at their neighbor's house on the wedding night.
Do you know their neighbors?
Yeah. Well, I didn't until the next morning, but then
When you woke up next to them?
I woke up on their couch without my fucking pants on. I don't know
And your
how that
butt
happened.
Oh, where am I?
I was confused. The guy said that he wanted to be there when I woke up, so like I didn't get fucking freaked out. Because
So wait, you blacked out the night before?
yeah, and the wedding night, yeah, I got. This was the most drunk I could be without like having to puke or like I essentially peaked my alcohol consumption, and I bailed at the proper time. It was wonderful. I mean, I woke up super hungover, and that was a battle. And being pretty limited in marijuana at the time wasn't great, but there were people there with marijuana, and Illinois is a recreational state, but it was fucking awesome. So I went to see one of my best friends from college, who's from the St. Louis area, Highland, Illinois, it's called. Went to his wedding, and I've hung out with one of his friends. We'll talk about that in a second. His friend Blake, who wants to become part of our Patreon, and he's going to send us some rants so he can join. I'm like, yeah, well, maybe, but we're not.
Yeah, all he has to do is
but-
subscribe, and then he can be part of the Patreon. It's really simple.
Yeah, I know
No,
a link that could help him out.
No. He wants to be part of the revenue stream. He wants to be like one of the 4 people collecting money. Well, 5 actually. It's like, dude, that's not going to happen. He's like, well, I'm going to send you rants. Like, you know what? Perfect. Yeah. Send me the rants and we'll talk about it. Anyways, this dude is fucking hilarious, by the way. You guys would love him. He just is the like, a constant ball buster shit talker, which again we'll talk about more in a second. But so I went to see my buddy, and it was the first time I had seen him since Lollapalooza in 2011. We lived together for 3 years in California, or in New York, junior, senior year, and then he was there for an extra semester. So I think like 2.5 years we lived together. And when I went out to Lollapalooza, he's out in the Midwest, and he had homies out there in Chicago. His buddy was one of them, so we connected. But the first night I was there, I'm at my buddy's house with his fiance, and we're just out there in the backyard having some booze. He's smoking a cigar, and the guy, this guy Blake, who I'm referenced, came to the back, walked around the house, and he turns his back when he gets to us, pulls his pants down to his ankles, and starts pissing. Right? and my buddy's laughing. I'm kind of laughing. I don't fully remember or know what he's doing. I know he's doing the little boy pee. And my buddy's fiance is like, "What the fuck are you doing, Blake?" He's like, "You don't remember?" He's like, "Sam, you remember this? Sam, you remember this?" So when we were in our senior year, this guy came out to visit us in New York, right? The week that he came out to visit us, my buddy's like, "Dude, this guy, Blake, his family's rich. He just won $40,000 in a poker tournament. He's flying out here this weekend. We're going to get fucking crazy, dude. We're going to get fucking crazy. So, like, get ready."
Oh,
so
shit.
So the first night he's in town is a Friday. We go out to Manhattan, and he tells this story to his my buddy's fiance. We're out partying in Manhattan, and he rounds the corner, and he sees me with my pants down to my ankles, like little boy peeing on a building on like 50th Street. And like that's like one of the things that like he remembered like about partying with me, right? Again, we've seen each other, like we've hung out twice in 10 years, and it's been in New York and Chicago, and we've just fucking raged. So like the first night, one of the highlights, I guess, was me, little boy, peeing like on some building in the middle of Manhattan. I don't remember that, but when he brought it up, like that was something I used to do in college.
Were you like Butters? Like your pants are around your ankles and you're holding your T-shirt up to your chin?
Yeah. I was little boy peeing. And it was fucking hilarious. But the first night he was there, that was one of the highlights. The other highlight is this. So this motherfucker rented a car at the airport, and we were all like 21, 22 at the time, and none of us had rented a car. So he rents the car, and he buys the insurance for it. And when he comes to our place, like we meet him outside, he closes the door of his rental car, and he fucking sidekicks it. And
oh my God, he was going off the CKY logic.
Yeah. So he's like, "No, dude, it's cool. I've got the insurance. I could do whatever to this car."
Oh my God.
So for the rest of that night, we essentially just beat the shit out of that car around like New York City. And like he played bumper cars with it at one point, like bouncing it off of guardrails. And
Jesus
like
Christ.
we're just kind of laughing the whole. Yeah, it was completely reckless behavior.
And you guys were like 21, 22, you said?
Yeah. We were 21. Our one buddy's a little older than us. He's 22.
Man, that must have been fun.
His friend. Oh, it was sick. The next night was probably like one of the funnest nights I've ever had out partying, and probably the funnest night I had in college. Like it was fucking epic. And I wish Paul were here to help me tell this story, because he was part of this. It was me, my buddy Paul, bitch ass Paul.
I like how you're just
Blake, this guy Sam,
incriminating him with this.
Oh no, a tear would roll down his eye telling the story. This was probably the funnest night, and like seriously, it was one of the funnest nights any of us have ever had. Like it was fucking nuts. And we're telling the stories to his fiance and her friends throughout the weekend. But the Saturday he comes, or we're hanging out. My buddy Reed, my roommate Reed, Sam, Blake, the guys from St. Louis, and Paul, and we do happy hour in Queens. We go into the city, hit up Justin Timberlake's barbecue spot. I wonder if it's still open. It's called Southern Hospitality. It was fucking delicious. But we hit that up. We actually ran into, it was like pretty much a version of like the Hangout or the Hangover. We ran into a couple like Dallas Mavericks NBA basketball players, and we're chopping it up with them at the barbecue spot. One of them was a real dick and got mad at me and tried to pretend like he wasn't famous and wasn't a basketball player when the other two were chill. And it's like, dude, you're 6'11" and black. Like, we know you play bad. Like, you're Eric Dampier. I know who the fuck you are. But, and then we go out drinking some more. We're just shit faced. And my buddy wants to go to a strip club. Now, mind you, earlier this week, he won 40,000 playing poker. I think I won 10,000 that week. And my buddy made like 10 or like 5 to 10,000 sports betting and poker, right? So we're just like down, like, yes, let's go to the fucking strip club, right?
Which place has the hottest dudes?
So he goes, he's like, let's go to Scores. Like, fuck yeah, all right, let's go to Scores. So we drive to Scores, and Scores is closed. And there's just some fucking guy standing out there, like redirecting people to another part of Manhattan.
Ronnie the limo driver?
No, it was not Ronnie. I don't remember who. I know it wasn't him, though. He's like redirecting people to another strip club, like, which is in like a warehouse part of like the city, like just really a few blocks away from Scores. And Scores wasn't like closed for good. They were just randomly closed that Saturday. I don't know. It was weird. So he's like, hey, yeah, get back in your cab. Follow me. I'm going to take you to this other strip club. And so we kind of go out of the way, but still in Manhattan. And we, drive down some like dark streets. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh no, this might not be good.
Yeah, you're about to get robbed.
We're pot committed. We're like, fuck it, whatever. We're going to see what this adventure brings us. We're here to do stupid shit. Let's do it. So we get to this warehouse and go in. And this strip club is fucking popping. Like, it is sick. It is fucking sick. And I don't know. There was no sign in the building.
Banana hammocks off.
There was no sign in the building. I have no idea what it was called. Still don't to this day. And we're all dressed like college kids, like douchey college kids. Like when you go out and you can see a group of college kids, like when they're going to a bar, like,
Yeah.
We're all wearing like shitty button ups, stuff like that.
Hey, where did Squee go?
And we're the only college kids there. Everyone is like in a suit. It looks like, fucking adult businessmen type shit. And the first like few minutes, like no one's coming up to us, like no strippers, like trying to give us dances, like even trying to sell us drinks. And we're going there to like spend money and party. My buddy sees an open table. He's like, let's get a table. We want a table. And they're like, oh, you got to buy a bottle. It's like, okay, how much is a bottle? He's like, 1,000.
How much is your Evian?
So my buddy Reed, who's this Jewish guy, which matters because, I don't know. Well, it goes into the story a little bit, but he's the stereotypical Jew. Like, he is as tight as it gets with money. It's fucking hilarious. Like, he leans into it. Like, he makes it his thing. He hates spending money. So they're like, yeah, it's $1,000 a bottle. My buddy's like, fuck yeah. All right, we'll take 2. And fucking Reed comes out of nowhere like, no. Like, no, I do not want to. I am not paying for 2 bottles. My buddy's like, what? I don't give a. I'll fucking cover it. We got it. We're good. And immediately Reed's like, yeah, let's do it. So it goes from like no one really is paying attention to us to like most of the strippers are at our table. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're fucking like throwing around money, like just going nuts. And like we each like had like a stripper like trying to talk to us into the champagne room. My buddy disappeared in the champagne room for fucking God knows how long.
Yikes.
And
he came up like, hey guys, quick update. I am no longer up on my sports betting.
So yeah, the final numbers were pretty rough. I think if I remember correctly, and again, Paul would be able to sort this out a little bit better, but my buddy spent like $6,000.
Woo!
My other buddy spent $1,000. I know I spent $1,000. I think Paul was around like $400 or $500.
Man, you put a lot of young ladies through night school.
Yeah. I went to the champagne room and got a little weird myself. Not $1,000 worth of weird, I'll tell you that. But
how much for you to fart in my mouth?
the best part is we take a cab ride back home and we're all talking about like just how fucking awesome that was and how crazy it was. And one of the stripper I was hanging out with gave me her number. She actually texted back for like a day or two, but then like completely ghosted me, of course. I don't even know why she texted back in the first place. Maybe she's like, this kid obviously spent way too much money. But we're on the way home. And at one point, we had to pretty much console Reed because he spent $70 at the strip club. Like, he was so fucking bummed out that he spent $70.
Oh, my God.
It was fucking hilarious. And, like, my buddy who spent the $6,000, like, his parents are stupid loaded. Like fucking stupid loaded. And he now, because of, like, inheritance and investing, like, he's big into crypto. He flips crypto. He's like got stupid money, and like he's just like a guy who's always got money, like always got crazy money. So like it was just like he didn't care about this guy acting like a bitch over $70. It was just like added to the fun and the hilariousness of it. But the two other highlights from that night is my buddy Sam. We spent so much money at the strip club, we had free reign with stuff, and he requested a Rage Against the Machine song, which is not like really a strip club song. And after a while, we didn't think they were going to put it on. After a while, they actually put on Rage Against the Machine. And he gets up, and he's got like a black stripper dancing on him. He gets up, like raises his hand, and the girl's still dancing. He like takes money, he's just like slapping it against her ass. It was just like, I don't know. I'll never like forget this. It was fucking hilarious. And then the other thing is we're taking the other, and I wish I'd Paul here again because he would be able to add to the story, or any one of them, but we're fucking taking a cab back. I think we're crossing like, I don't know, Queensbridge, right? We're going back to Queens. And this is right when The Dark Knight came out. So my buddy, this guy Blake, who just visited for the weekend and is going nuts, has half his body out of the taxi car and is yelling, "This town deserves a better class of criminal, and I'm going to give it to them." And it's just, I don't know, man. It was like one of those things. I know you're making like these fucking idiots, but it was just like, if you were there, you would have had like the time of your life. It was so much fucking fun. But yeah, we blew a whole bunch of money that weekend, and like every time we see each other, it's almost like, not like war stories, but we'll always like have that bond of like that crazy fucking weekend. And so it was good seeing like him, and then meeting all of like my buddies. So just to be
clear,
like,
this stuff didn't happen this weekend. This is just a weekend in the past that you guys were reminiscing about?
No, this is a weekend in the past. No, this weekend was mostly fucking chill, right? I mean, the wedding was fun. The dance floor was not really popping, but I didn't help. I didn't help that at all. It was a bunch of, just fucking white, goofy motherfuckers. No one wanted to dance, but everyone was drinking. Everyone was really cool. A lot of fun. A lot of shit talking. We ended up going after the reception, after the wedding, went to a bar, this place called Sam's, incidentally. And I blacked out midway through, but supposedly we almost got into like an epic brawl. So there was 2 rooms in this bar. One room was for our wedding party, and another room happened to be for another wedding party. And
so you guys were like, "No, our wedding's better. No, we're better. No, our wedding's better."
So I don't remember any of this. I wasn't coherent for it, but apparently what had happened was my buddy, not the groom and not the guy I was talking to, another one of the guys there, one of the best men, or one of the people that were in the wedding, one of the groomsmen, was hungry and like went over to the other room and asked the bride if he could have some food. Like they had like pizza out there, but the kitchen closed. And she was like, "Yeah, help yourself." And I think one of the other girls from our wedding party went over there and like grabbed like a pan of pizza.
Oh shit.
And like one of their girls over there got mad at her and at my buddy, and like came over and started yelling at us, and like just like put out the challenge. Like, we got 12 guys, and like one of her friends like counted our heads, like, "You have enough guys, let's fucking handle this." again, I don't remember any of this. I don't remember how it got cooled.
So wait,
cooled off.
a girl in the other wedding got mad that people were taking pizza from that wedding, so she just offered up all the guys to fight you guys over pizza?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure all of them were down.
So they were probably just like looking for a fight. She probably knew her company like, oh yeah, I can get these guys to go and fight for me over slices of pizza.
Well, it wasn't like fighting for her. I don't really know because I wasn't coherent through it. It was just like she was wasted. Like they probably wanted to fight, and that's how these fucking guys get down. And she didn't know like the bride okayed like us taking the pizza. And to be honest, like it was kind of a fucked move on our part. Like, dude, like I don't know, we'll go to McDonald's after. Don't fucking go to their fucking wedding party and ask for pizza. Like,
so how did it get diffused? How did an all-out Braveheart brawl not break out?
I don't fully understand, and no one really fully understands. I think like they were just like waiting outside, and we just weren't ready to leave, and they just like went home. Like I think I don't really know the full answer to it, but dude, it would have been my luck and hilarious if I'd gotten my ass beat over St. Louis pizza. Because let me tell you, St. Louis pizza is shockingly awful. Like I can't believe how fucking terrible it was.
Would you rather eat Pizza Hut Detroit style pizza?
Yes. Like, yes.
Wow.
It was epically bad. So my buddy knew I was going to shit on it, right? Because we went to school in New York, and he's like, every out-of-towner fucking hates this place. I hate St. Louis pizza. Like, we love it. We grew up on it, so, like, whatever. I probably had St. Louis pizza, like, 3 fucking times this weekend, and it's just absolutely awful.
It couldn't have been that bad if you ate it so much.
I had no choice. It was that or nothing. I didn't, like, that's all these guys fucking got for, like, 3 days. And I really didn't eat that much pizza. They got chicken tenders and chicken wings and stuff like that. I'd mostly snack on that. But you ever heard of Emo's Pizza? It's like big out in St. Louis. It's called Emo's, and it's like pretty popular out there. The Barstool guy, Portnoy, tried it and didn't give it that glowing of a review. But they do. Have you ever heard of Provel cheese? Have you heard of this?
I don't think so.
They do Provel cheese, which sounds like fucking gross. I never heard of it, and I'm a fucking cheese. I love cheese, but apparently it's provolone and mozzarella blend, which doesn't sound terrible.
No, not
but
at all.
On this pizza, it was fucking.
Tastes like ball cheese.
It's shocking how bad it was. So like, it's all thin cut, and it's almost like it's thin cut up in squares, almost like the Domino's thin cut.
Oh, I hate that. You're chipping me on dough.
It tastes like a fifth as good as Domino's thin cut. Like I'm not doing a good job describing just how fucking terrible this was. It was fucking terrible. And if I'd gotten my ass beat over this pizza, I'd been so pissed off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Had I been coherent, I would have just been like, listen, you probably want us to take this shitty pizza off your hands. Who wants to eat this fucking nonsense?
Yeah, Jeff would have made it work. Jeff being blackout, incoherent, drunk was probably the best thing to keep that situation diffused.
I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. Everyone likes me. All right. I would have.
Hey,
I would have calmed the situation.
Point me to your biggest guy. I want a piece of you, motherfucker. Jeff's taking like the 7-foot jack dude. Let's go, pussy.
Nah, dude. Everyone,
I used to fuck guys like you in prison.
We're talking about the next day, and the crew that I was with, they said they had some big dudes, but they were like, it would have been fun. It's like, all right. I know it wouldn't have been fun for me.
Yeah, probably
I can't
not.
Fight.
So, Jeff, you said you woke up the next morning with your pants off. That used to happen to me constantly. Like I would get really, really drunk or blacked out drunk, crash at somebody's house and wake up pantless. And sometimes I would be full-blown Donald Ducking it like you are in all of the show intros. Like, I think there were even times where we were partying at Dom's house, and Dom used to have some pretty epic parties. Like, to the point where his backyard would be littered with broken lawn chairs.
He made the mistake of that particular party, thinking that he was moving out of that apartment wasn't going to need any of the plastic lawn chairs and told Kevin and I that we could do what we wanted with them. So Kevin and I just spent an 8-hour party smashing plastic lawn furniture in Dom's backyard, to which he decided a month later he was staying in.
It was like my buddy with his rent-a-car. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, Shuddy and I were spearing each other through chairs, breaking them,
jumping on them so they would explode underneath us.
Yeah. I mean, the backyard was littered with fucking empty beers, empty beer cans, bottles, cigarette butts, busted up lawn furniture, you name it. And it would get wild sometimes. And, tons and tons of people would show up. And everybody would get wasted and just pick a spot on the floor and fall asleep and wake up in the morning and go home. And one time, probably even more than one time, I woke up just dick out. Like I had a blanket over me, but I'm looking out and I'm still wearing a shirt, but no pants or underwear. And I'm like, how does this always fucking happen? Always pantsless.
Where's Shuddy at this time? Shuddy, you have an alibi?
Kevin was banging some chicks during those parties.
Well, not all of them.
Most of them.
No, come on.
Most of the chicks? Wow. You stud.
We had endless parties at Dom's house. I only got laid like a handful of times.
Sounds exciting. But was that one of the so Shuddy's saying
No.
that's probably
Well,
one of the
if it was a night Kevin ended up pantsless, I was blackout drunk and in no shape to know what the fuck was going on anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, we went for it in those days.
I was usually the friend that was blackout drunk by 11 p.m.
Yeah, and then he would be like going up to all the girls, "Hey, you can slap me in the face if you want." And then you just, at any given time in the party, it just in the background you'll hear, "Oh!"
Or getting kicked in the nuts.
Yeah. Okay, let's step it up a bit. Now kick me in the nutsack.
Did any girl almost like fucking knock you out or like put you on your ass? Like did anyone hit you that hard?
No, because none of them, when they were hitting me, really wanted to hit me. It was basically smack me, come on. And then Kevin would be there filming it.
You got to give him a little purple nurple.
So there was never really any venom behind it. The worst probably was when Mr. Ski kicked me and fully lifted me off the ground.
Was that in that basement party?
Yeah, at that basement party.
Yeah, he played soccer too, so he can kick.
My God. You almost detonated your nuts, dude. No, I mean, I just got like, I took my pants off. I just got comfortable, I guess, or wanted to get comfortable for me crashing on the couch. I don't remember getting there. But he was like, he lives like in the same neighborhood. I could see my buddy's house from his house. It was just a simple of like, this is my wedding night. No one's sleeping at my fucking house, Yeah. So he's like, his name's Stevie. Like, Steve, you're taking Jeff. Like, you're babysitting him. And there was like, his house was packed. There was like 5 people in there.
I saw you were watching Blippi on your Instagram.
I was not.
Before Instagram exploded.
My buddy's son watches Blippi all the time.
So you were watching Blippi. You're a Blippophile.
Well, I mean, he had a big enough house where I could hang out in the basement and stuff. So he had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game and a Galaga arcade game in his basement. His kid loves playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's pretty sick, actually.
Man, it's weird how you can recognize greatness with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and then watch some steaming diarrhea, a.k.a. Blippi.
Yeah, that's how kids are, though. I mean, you guys don't have little brothers, right?
I mean, I have a half brother, but
right. So, like, I had to suffer through Blue's Clues when I was like 13.
Yeah, and I saw
14.
you on Twitter because I guess Steve from Blue's Clues was trending one day, and you were like, "Oh, fuck Blue's Clues."
For real,
but
I've not forgiven him.
You know, I had a sister. My sister's 9 years older than me, so I got stuck.
She's younger than you.
I didn't say she's 9 years younger than me.
No, you said she's 9 years older than you.
All right, well, whatever, Shuddy. You got your correction boner in.
I mean, it's an appropriate thing to correct you on. Your sister is younger than you.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, if she's 9 years older than you watching fucking Blue's Clues, that'd be weird.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm sure everybody would have been completely lost. Anyway.
I'll go tell one of my fucking stupid stories again.
I had to suffer through fucking Barney and
So did I.
Blue's Clues and, every other awful children's show. I don't think anything has ever been in the same stadium as how horrible Blippi is.
I wouldn't know because I have not seen any Blippi. All I know about Blippi is what I've learned from MSPH Wrestling.
I mean, I only knew about it because I think we were talking about it on the Ella show, and Tim, Ginger, and Juice reached out and was like, hey, you want to see something fucking mind-numbingly awful? This is the shit I have to suffer through because I have kids. And he was like, just look up Blippi on YouTube. And it blew my mind. And I was like, I brought it to the show. I'm like, you guys have to watch this. And they were just like, wow. This exists? This is a real thing. And it's something like, if you have no idea what we're talking about, you have to see it to believe it. He is just like a grown man with very, very creepy Chester vibes. And he just plays with toys like he's a child and makes noises. And goes, he's like, I have a toy. And it's meant to be semi-educational, but only if your child suffered a severe head trauma at some point.
I think you're being a little, maybe, I think glib is the right word with child programming. I mean, the Simpsons had that joke goofing on Barney for being like, 2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2 is 4. But they did sort of, like, Blippi's educational thing, because I had to show Rant because she had no idea what I was talking about. And he's literally playing with construction toys. So he has like a backhoe toy. And then there's an actual backhoe next to him. And he's like, oh, this is small. That one is big. Small, big. Like, really? I watched
Are
that
your
episode,
kids
yeah.
that so fucking stupid that they, like, you're doing that bad of a job as a parent that your kids don't know the difference between big and small. Like, the alphabet. Teach the alphabet. Teach addition. Teach subtraction. Like, oh, I have 3 backhoes. Oops, one fell out of my hand. I guess I only have 2 now. Way more merit than, this is a small thing. That's over there, that big thing. That is big.
Sounds like you're cherry picking some things you don't like about it. But in that same episode, he said that plants are good for humans because they give us oxygen. I mean, that's something that I could learn early.
I didn't previously know that.
Yeah, wait. I had to fact check that. Wait a second. Is fucking Blippi telling the truth?
Is this motherfucker for real?
Whoa, Jax. That's the kid's name. Whoa. Oxygen from fucking plants? Who thought?
Oh, what? Oh, tell me more, Blippi.
I was locked in at that point. He had me like, oh man, I'm learning some shit. But yeah, I don't know. It was fucking lame, right? What did I say? I want to rip my eyes out. Terrible. It gave me Blue's Clues flashbacks. I think it's weird that you think there's that much of a difference between the two, because to me there really is. It's just the same shit. And I do think it can be kind of educational. Like the guy was talking about planting stuff. So just like putting plants on a 3-year-old's radar, like this is what they are. Like, I don't know. It's educational quasi.
This is opium.
I mean, Shuddy, weigh in here. You're a fucking father. I mean, I don't know. Did you ever show your kids? They ever get Blue's Clues or any of this?
Draven watched Blue's Clues when he was little. Bradley didn't so much. It was mostly just Cartoon Network cartoons.
Gotcha. I don't know. Blippi's a bitch, though. I sent my buddy an article about how he pooped on his friend. He was once a gross out comedian called, what is it, Skeezy It's like your fantasy name, Scroder what's your name?
Oh,
What's yours?
Scrobags McJohnson.
Yeah, his name's like Skeezy McGraggles or some shit like that. Or that was his gross out comedian name, and he pooped on it. We talked about this.
Yeah.
He pooped on his friend doing the Harlem Shake.
The Harlem Shake. He diarrheaed all over his friend.
And he had to issue an apology for it because that Blippi money is so fucking long. That guy makes so much fucking money off of that.
He's a mega millionaire.
Yeah, so he's like, whatever. He had to eat a shit sandwich over his poop and Harlem Shake video. But
maybe that's what we should do. Like, he probably was a gross out comedian for 10 years, got no traction. Same as us. We've been doing gross out fart jokes for 10 years. No one gives a shit. Let's turn into a children's podcast. Be like, hi, kids. What is Jeff's dick? Big or small? That's right. It's very, very small.
Just terrible. Why is that the joke we started with?
I don't know. I'm not firing on all cylinders today.
What a terrible joke.
I mean, the band, the Aquabats, is writes for Hey Gabba Gabba.
They're a ska band, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or Gabba Gabba, or whatever the fuck it's called.
The strategy isn't that hard. It's just fully diving into it, right? Like Ryan's Toys. You know what that is?
I believe that's like a young child that plays with toys, and he just got super famous for playing with toys. Like other kids want to watch him play with toys.
Yeah, he'll like review toys kind of, and he's a kid and he reviews toys, and he makes like 25 million per year. Yeah. Essentially, all you have to do to make a fuck ton of money, generational wealth on YouTube, is get little kids to watch you, because they'll watch you all fucking day.
I mean, every
all
episode,
their friends watch.
Every episode I upload to YouTube of MSPH, like all YouTube content before it gets posted, you have to answer the question, is this made for children, yes or no?
Just say yes. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? They're not going to fine us.
No, because then we're like subject to more scrutiny and shit. So we'll get even further shadow banned.
And we're going to have less viewers of our YouTube videos?
If you can imagine that being possible, yes, that is what would happen.
It doesn't sound possible, but I'll take your word for it.
I don't know. I know I always sound kind of like a bitter old man yelling at a cloud, but when you were a kid, if you were presented with the option, would you like to play with some toys, or would you rather watch a different kid play with toys? Which option are you taking?
Playing with toys.
I mean, you're asking me to like think like a 4-year-old. I mean, I don't know. Like me right now, I think I would rather play with a toy than watch a kid play with a toy. But like,
what about when you were at like your homies? Like you're at your homie's house.
All these kids are doing it. I don't know. Like
I know, works. But like think about when you were at your homie's house and someone just got Sonic the Hedgehog. Like the most excruciating part was waiting for somebody else's turn to end, so it would be your turn, and then you got to play.
The bummer is that these kids don't go to their homie's house. Like that doesn't even happen.
Yeah. Even like pre-COVID, kids just don't hang out anymore, right?
No. Like you're all linked up with your friends on Xbox Live or PlayStation Network, or and I don't know, everything's digital, but I hear you. The logic makes sense, but again, we're talking about 4-year-olds and their logic, or 5-year-olds. Like they just fucking like YouTube is crack to them. They smoke that crack all day, every day.
Yeah.
I don't know. So there is something to be said to us changing the MSPH model and gearing it towards 4-year-olds, because really all that does is gear us right to their parents' pockets. It just links up with their bank account.
Shuddy Boy's already playing with toys. We just have to clean up our language.
Yeah. Maybe actually He-Man's coming back. We just play with He-Man toys.
Hey kids, do you like farts?
Watch me fart on Skeletor. Yeah, isn't that fun?
Oh, it's time! It's time for Uncle Shuddy to hit his magic volcano bag.
Kevin, you fart on Skeletor. Here, I'll hold him.
Oh man. Well, hey, I did. I went to the theater this
You
past
did?
week.
What did you see?
I saw Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
And what did you think?
Shuddy, did you see the first Venom?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of that?
It had its moments.
It was basically the same thing. It's
last Venom sucked, right? Most people thought it sucked.
It wasn't great.
I thought it was terrible. And I thought this new one was terrible. It was just, I don't find their like desperate attempt to be Deadpool funny in the slightest. Like it's essentially just a comedy. It's endlessly trying to be a comedy with Venom always chiming in with that corny voice, and it's almost impressive. Like, you would have to put effort into striking out with as many jokes as they did. Because it was as rapid fire as, I would say, like, a sitcom. Sitcoms have to have that beat. There has to be a laugh every, 2 to 3 seconds. And they went for it. They tried to make this just endless comedy, and I didn't laugh fucking once. It was just...
Did you go by yourself?
I did. And I went to an AMC on a Thursday at 4 p.m. thinking I would have most of the theater myself, and it was packed. Like, it killed it at the box office. It had a massive, massive weekend. Fuckload of money. And I've seen people that just straight up love it. I've seen people tweeting about it. I think Seek really loved it. And that was kind of in my head, too, while I was watching it. I'm like, I know, like, I'm not the world's biggest Venom fan. I've read some Venom comics. They're good. But people like Seek. Seek is, Venom is his shit. He's done hundreds of Venom YouTube shows. Before the first Venom movie came out, before this one came out, he's been doing investigative journalism, trying to find little secrets and, secrets from the set and stuff. Like, it's his jam. And the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, this is just more of the first movie. And Seek loved it, and I hope Seek's loving this one. Maybe
That's all
this
that matters. All I want out of this movie is for Seek to love it.
And I think he did.
When I see the movie poster or the trailer, that's the exact thought that I have. Is, you know what? Seek has really covered this shit to no end. I hope he enjoys it. I hope this pays off for him. And you're saying you don't think he did?
No, I think he did like it.
How was Woody Harrelson in it?
I mean, he wasn't bad, but everything was just really on the nose. There was nothing clever in the script. The story was incredibly straightforward. It was, a tight 90 minutes. The CG...
It was only 90 minutes long.
The CG is still pretty crappy looking. Like, I think Venom... I don't like the way Venom looks. I think Venom looks stupid. I think he looked bad in the first one. I think he looks bad in this one. Carnage looked kind of cool. And I'll give it this. When Woody Harrelson would turn into Carnage, there was this, second or two when he was between Cletus Cassidy and Carnage, where his face was all mangled and distorted. And that did look cool. The fights were okay. It's just weird. Carnage is a brutal character. He fucking eviscerates people. He chops people up. He's a serial killer that gets heightened and amplified by a symbiote joining him. So it amplifies whatever you are, and he's a sick, sadistic monster, and it turns him even into a bigger twisted fuck. And it's, it's PG-13, so you can't really show what Carnage is really going to do to people.
I thought the Venom and Carnage storylines in the Spider-Man comic book or cartoon were I think that was my favorite Spider-Man line storyline. I like Venom and Carnage a lot. I just don't think they should. I'm skeptical about them having their own movie or Venom having his own movie. And if you're gonna do it, I think it almost has to be rated R. It has to be dark. Because that's the vibe that I always got out of Venom.
And it's not dark. It's silly. It's like slapstick. It's almost like an Odd Couple where they're occupying the same brain. So Tom Hardy is always fighting with Venom and arguing. And Venom's like, I want to go and eat some brains. And he's like, oh, you can't eat brains. You can't eat brains. But I'm hungry. Me want brains. It's like, I haven't read as many Venom comics as Seek, but it's like, when is Venom turned into a fucking 80s zombie movie?
It's like angry Blippy almost.
It was just, I don't know, man. It was fucking stupid. I found it absolutely terrible.
Did you not take Rent Rant because you thought it was going to suck and
Yes.
you just didn't want to put her through it?
And when the movie ended, I texted her and I was like, going and seeing Venom without you is probably the nicest thing I've ever done for you as a boyfriend.
Did she thank you?
She was like, that bad, huh? She was like, because she also hates Fast and Furious movies, and I went and saw F9 without her. She's like, which one would I appreciate more, missing F9 or missing this? And I was like, oh, missing this. Definitely.
Because F9 was a good time.
Wasn't F9 like 2.5 hours long, though? How long was this movie? I guess I can look it up. Hold on.
90 minutes, he said.
Yeah, I can just repeat myself from earlier.
Oh, all right, my bad. I didn't get that. Well, how long was I guess I'll look that one up then. I thought you said F9 was like 2 hours long.
No, it probably was 2.5. It was long.
Okay. So
But holy Christ.
that's got to factor in.
Venom 2 was just a chore. I felt every second of those 90 minutes. But I will say, post-credit scene, epic.
They still do those.
Epic. Yeah.
Okay, what do they?
I mean,
what do they tease?
Shuddy, you're the only nerd here besides me. Do you care about the spoiler?
I don't care, no.
Okay, so
Just tell them.
I'll give the listeners, the podcast app does have that fast forward, 30 seconds button. I'd say tap that a couple of times. I'll give you a second in case you need to reach for your phone. Don't rush. It's okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Here's the spoiler. So it ends with Tom Hardy sitting on a beach by himself with, the Venom thing oozing out of him and just making a head. And they just watch the sunset. And then after the credits, they're in a bungalow watching TV. And then all of a sudden, everything starts getting shaky and the vision's shaky and everything's rumbling. And then all of a sudden, the room he's in is like a nice beach bungalow. And on the TV, you hear J. Jonah Jameson talking about Spider-Man being unmasked, and they show Tom Holland. So he essentially, all the characters from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies is being teleported into the main Marvel universe.
Right, that's part of No Way Home.
Yeah.
So I mean, this ties into that.
That was pretty big. I thought since it's a Sony Marvel movie that the post-credit scene was going to be Morbius. The Jared Leto vampire movie, but no.
Oh, thank God, right?
I mean, that was a solid, very shocking. I was very surprised to see that. But outside of that, man, what a stinker. And some people found Venom funny, and they found this funny. I thought it was incredibly stupid, and it kind of blows my mind that they wouldn't have reached out to somebody who writes comedies to, I don't know, try and make the script funny or something.
Well, how many Venom dicks are you going to suck?
I mean, I guess I'll suck 2 dicks.
See, that's not so bad.
I mean,
you
4
really
out of
nuked
4 out of 10.
Right on the rant
If
scale.
we upscale it, yeah.
Just we do dicks around here.
We do dicks, and yeah, I'll suck 2 Carnage dicks because Woody Harrelson kicks ass, Tom Hardy kicks ass.
Yeah, on paper it feels like it should be awesome. Like the Venom, and there's a lot of material or a lot of possible awesomeness, for lack of a better way of putting it, with those characters. Like I really enjoy those characters, and that's coming from a non-comic book fan.
They just got the tone wrong. Like, make it a serious movie, not a silly slapstick Odd Couple movie.
So you think they just fucked it up because of how much money Deadpool made, and they just saw that, they're like, yeah, let's do it like that. Let's make some money on this.
Probably.
Jeez.
That'd be my guess.
I'm sorry that you wasted your time, but at least you didn't waste Rant's time and jeopardize your relationship, possibly by just going too dorky. So,
but the two of us did watch something else. Like the rest of the world, we started and finished Squid Game.
You finished it.
Yeah.
Did I tell you that I started it?
No.
Yeah. I did tell you guys on the podcast that I started it last week, but I shut it off.
Yes, you
in
did
the first
say
episode because I was watching it dubbed and it was distracting. So I wanted to just watch it in subtitles when I was like sober or awake enough to watch it. I actually turned it off in the first episode right before everyone gets brought to the place where they play the game. So like right before it got real. And I was like, oh, all right, whatever. But I watched, I think 2 episodes so far, and it's fucking awesome. Squid Game kicks so much ass.
Yeah.
So I can't wait. I'm gonna get back into it tonight, I think. I'm definitely gonna have it fully watched before the next podcast, and it's sweet. What did you think of the entire show?
It's dope. I mean, I almost feel condescending explaining it to people because apparently it's on track to be the most popular Netflix series ever. I think it was number 1 on Netflix in 60 different countries. It's breaking all these streaming records. And it's kind of like if you combined Battle Royale with that Fall Guys game, for lack of a better term. It's like Battle Royale, but they're playing children's games. And when you get eliminated, you're not just out of the game, you get murdered. And it's weird, too, because it's 9 episodes. All of them except for 1 are an hour long. And they play 6 games. So
Fuck that. 9 hours of reading.
Yeah. Shuddy's
worth it, man.
Triggered, but it does kick ass. It's because a lot of it, isn't the game, the actual game. It's the drama outside of the game and stuff. And man, it's brutal. Like as it goes on, it's kind of sad. Like even Rent kind of didn't like it because it was so depressing. It's just, you get introduced to these characters, and some of them are played up as like big assholes, and they're the heels, and then they have these nice characters that you get all attached to, and people get slaughtered, and there's betrayals and backstabbings and tons of twists, and they do a really good job of stringing mystery along for all 9 episodes. I thought it was great. I loved it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more violent. Like most of the people get eliminated just by either getting shot or getting splatted. There's no real gruesome Saw style murders. But, they
don't like cut corners with it. Like you see the blood, it's like they're legitimately terror, right? Like it turns into like kind of a horror movie in those scenes, or at least the one that I watch. And it's like, it's intense. It's like, fuck. All right.
Yeah.
They're offing people.
Yeah. And I mean, when it gets into the later episodes, it gets fucking heavy.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait.
Yeah.
You got to check it out if you can, Shuddy. I know that I'm not excited about the whole subtitles thing, and apparently a lot of the internet isn't either. Have you read any of this?
No.
Have you know what I'm talking about?
I saw a headline about someone who's fluent in Korean was like, yeah, the subtitles and the dubbing completely butcher what people are actually saying.
Yeah, that was my brother actually. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I guess like the subtitles ruin the original Korean, and that is just like peak bitch ass Twitter take right there. like what? All right. If you can speak Korean and English, maybe that throws you off. But does that really take away from the show? Like how far off is the translation? Because I mean, there's some sketchy shit happening. So as long as they're conveying terror, like I think it's doing a good enough job.
Yeah.
I don't know, but obviously that's nothing I can really speak to. Man, I gotta watch the rest of it. I'm excited. I would have just banged it out this weekend, if I wasn't busy with the wedding stuff. So I did watch. I was so interested, and I couldn't go to sleep one of the nights because I didn't have marijuana. That I watched 2 episodes at like 1 a.m. in this guy's basement. So I'm in. I'm all in. I can't wait. I'm gonna finish it. I think before the next episode, since I don't really have anything to do besides watch fucking football.
Yeah, that's dope.
All right, man.
Well, speaking of next episode, we should give people a heads up that we are going to be taking next week off.
Real quick, back to Squid Game though. You didn't suck Squid Game dicks, A, and B. Without, I don't think this is spoilery, but is there going to be another season? Like, can there be another season?
Yes.
I mean, you'd say they have to do it if this one is that successful. Like, they're going to. They're going to figure it out.
I don't know if they are. I mean, it could be an ending, but it also very well could be a season 2.
All right, cool. And how many Squid Game dicks are you sucking?
I'll suck 4. I'll suck 4 squid dicks. It was really good.
And you watched it with Brent, you were saying, right?
Yeah.
What did she give it?
She didn't give a score, but she wasn't that big a fan.
What?
Yeah.
She
said it was
she
like,
sat through all of them?
Yeah. I mean, it is intriguing. Like, it does hook you in, and she was like curious. Like, I have to see how this ends. I have to see how this plays out. But it was too depressing for her.
Ah, well, that's not something that should deter people. That's just a personal feeling. So fair enough. All right.
I mean, it does get heavy, and they really know
Right.
how to play your heartstrings. So,
But to me, it was like, it was super heavy. Just anyways, just what I saw, and I'm all in on it. Like, it was super heavy. So
oh yeah,
I mean, I don't know. Some of these guys getting no one is safe in my opinion, and
everybody
that's what I like.
everybody
about it.
flips out about episode 6. So when you go to start episode 6, brace yourself.
Be ready.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Cool. I love the. I don't want to get too spoilery. Maybe this is like, I can say this. Whatever. I'm just gonna say it. But I love like the voting shit in the first episode. Like that whole scene was so cool. They saw the money. Whoa, wait a second. Whoa, wait. Not a terrible idea. We fuck it. Let's gamble.
Hey, Shuddy.
Yes.
Did you get your iPhone 13 yet?
Yes, I did. But I also saw a film.
Oh, what'd you see?
We watched Free Guy last night.
Oh,
did you go to the theater?
Ryan Reynolds, right?
Or is that streaming now?
Don't put me on the spot like that.
Wait, it did have Ryan Reynolds, right? I'm not
It
putting
did.
you on the spot.
No, not you.
All right.
All right, never mind. Okay, so what'd you think?
It was all right. It had some really good parts, but it was sloggy and weird in some parts. Taika Waititi was funny, and there is an absurdly hysterical scene with Channing Tatum.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, Channing! I didn't know Channing Tatum was in that movie.
Did you see it, Kevin?
Yeah.
That scene with Channing Tatum, I was laughing my ass off. Granted, I had smoked 2 joints completely, but I just thought it was fucking hysterical. But, I mean, it wasn't great. Ryan Reynolds was good in it. He was charming. It's a 2.75er. It's better than the other shit I've been watching recently and reviewing on here.
Oh, is that Dom forcing you to watch shitty horror movies?
No, Dom made me watch. No, I meant The Witch and Werewolves Among Us. And, but it was not. It was the fun level was the same as Prisoners of the Ghostland, but just on a different scale.
Gotcha.
But yes, I did get my iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Pro Max.
Pro Max.
See, I never get the Pro models. I feel like, yeah, I'm chill with regular. And I got mine. I got my 13 regular.
That's why you got yours before mine.
Oh. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we've always reviewed our new iPhones in the past, and this might sound like a knock, but there's not much different, and I feel like that's sometimes a good thing. Because
I really enjoy it. There are a few things that are too different for my liking.
What's that?
My Safari, the address bar flipped. What used to be on the top, and now it's on the bottom.
That is not the way it is for me. You might be able to fix that in the settings.
You guys are both just Safari guys. You don't do Google Chrome?
See, look, it's down here on the bottom.
Yeah, you might be able to switch that in the.
But I don't know why it would be like that because it wasn't like that on my 11. And the weather app is different.
Yeah.
So wait, it's pretty much the same thing as the iPhone 12. Is this the 12 or this is the 13?
I didn't have the 12. I jumped up from the XS, the 10s.
I jumped up from the 11.
It's funny. So it's kind of like Madden, right? Nothing new really, but
No, they
you
tweaked.
still like it. You like the consistency of it.
Yeah, because
that product?
they tweaked the maps. So when you use like the Apple Maps as navigation, they added more detail. At least in Los Angeles and New York, I saw. But they actually have accurate
Cares about the other ones.
building sizes when you're driving. So like when you're driving past buildings and stuff, they're showing up on the map, and they put in like vegetation and shit. And yeah, they did tweak the weather app a little bit. But I mean, I feel like I use Adobe Audition for all my audio editing and stuff, and I feel like Adobe Audition peaked, goddamn over 10 years ago. But they keep putting new versions out and changing it, and it gets worse and worse and worse. So it's harder and harder for me to find, copies of the old one when I need it to the one that's actually, the most user-friendly. And they kind of do that with iTunes. So it is kind of nice that they've made tweaks, and I feel like they've made these phones awesome and user-friendly, and then they're kind of just leaving them. I mean, they make improvements in the processor. They get faster. They have more RAM and stuff, and they make the cameras better, which is nice. But overall, I feel like they've nailed a lot of the user-friendliness of most of the iPhone functionality a while ago. I mean, it is kind of annoying that, many, many models ago, they got rid of the audio jack, and it's like there's only one input. That stuff is fucking lame because, Apple likes to force hardware stuff into their own little world. Like making MacBooks with no fucking USB drives and no disk drives. Like you jerk off.
It's lame too that they don't give you a block for their USB-C charging cable.
Yeah, that's also kind of lame. But I don't know. That's my update.
Like the little nub thing.
Yeah,
that goes in the wall.
Yeah. My review is it's more of the same, and that's chill with me.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like the design of it better, how it looks. I like that they went back to the old look.
Oh, yeah, not the rounded phone, but it's like blockier. It's like a rectangle.
Correct, yeah. I like it a lot. I like that the screen is larger. Yeah, I enjoy it.
It's kind of weird. Facebook and Instagram don't work on it, though.
What? Instagram...
Come on, you get it.
Come on.
You get it.
I'm waiting to see that click in Shuddy's eyes.
You get it.
He still doesn't get it.
Instagram and Facebook doesn't work for anyone. It's topical.
I didn't know Facebook wasn't working. I knew Instagram wasn't. That's where my confusion was.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, well.
Kevin's a fucking dumbass. Whatever. Fuck him.
Fucking over here making dad jokes and I don't even have any kids.
It does explain, though, I guess if Instagram's down, Facebook would be down since, they're the same.
Yep.
Yeah, they're owned by the same guy.
Ever since that whistleblower interview from Facebook aired last night on 60 Minutes.
Come on. You don't think that's in any way related, do you?
Maybe it has something to do with those fighter jets I saw fly over and poop that smoke out.
I mean... I don't see why we can't sit here and just speculate. Maybe that is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm rooting for its fucking destruction, even though I've been on there forever.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't feel bad about being shadow banned anymore if just no one had Instagram or Facebook anymor.
Now we're all shadow banned.
Yeah, I guess we're all back to being losers, aren't we?
Yep. Catch me on OnlyFans.
Well, Patreon, come on! You son of a bitch! If you have an OnlyFans, I want a third of it.
Yeah, I have discounted tiers on my OnlyFans, and I'm just funneling all the MSPH Patreon content over there.
Oh, imagine
the heist of the century.
Jeez, I'd be actually I'd be proud of you, actually.
All right, well, let's get into a couple.
Voicemails, yay!
I know we got them. I seen them. Let's see. Where did we leave off? This one, I believe. Oh, is it going to play through our headphones? The big gamble. Damn it!
But all you gotta do is unplug it, right? It's not a big deal, dude. We'll be all right. We'll be all right, man.
It's just weird. It's just weird, Jeff.
Yeah.
This is America. I demand functionality.
Is there a way we can blame this on Zuckerberg too? He's not really a hardware guy. Whatever.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joel from What the Fuck Is Wrong with People podcast. You're talking about
What's up,
pizza
bro?
in the last episode, and I am a pizza connoisseur. Now, I love traditional thin crust pizzeria style pizza the best. I love Chicago style deep dish. I'll eat any type of pizza, you know what I mean? Even in a pinch gas station pizza. And out here in Wisconsin, we have a place called Quick Trip. It's like a gas station convenience store. And their pizza is actually like pizzeria style pizza. It's amazing. Anyway, off the fucking topic. Actually, on the topic, but off the rails? I don't know how to say that. Shuddy, tell me. And then, but you guys are talking about Pizza Hut. Kevin, yes, I agree with you. When I was young, Pizza Hut, oh my God, it came to our small town and it was like, whoa, a pizza place. And their deep dish, or not deep dish, their pan style pizza, it was so good. It was like buttery. It seems like they may have changed it. I had it recently and it just didn't seem the same, but you know what? Still okay. Now, Jeff, I totally agree with you. I tried their Detroit style. It fucking sucked. It was like they just took their, cheesy bread and just threw some fucking tomato sauce on top and said, there we go. It's Detroit. Woo! It was garbage. It was complete shit. But anyway, just wanted to weigh in on that. I am a pizza connoisseur. I did put together a pizza matrix at one point rating every kind of pizza there is, from regular pizza to frozen pizza to restaurants to pizzerias to gas station, and it was pretty epic. Maybe we could do a pizza bracket. Pizza bracket. All right, later, guys.
The pizza coverage, pizza grading game is pretty much done for. Like that guy Portnoy at fucking Barstool killed it. Like we can't. I don't think there's any listeners or audience to be gained from that, or even really fun to have. Plus, I am not as well versed as I think I need to be, because that's how important pizza is to me. I've never had New Haven pizza, and I've heard New Haven is just fucking epic pizza, right? So there's parts of the country and there's places of pizza that I haven't tried, like this Wisconsin gas station pizza that I was referring to. I would go ahead and guess that it's probably fucking terrible, you know, but maybe I'm wrong, you know. My buddy's fiance or wife now was saying that she instead of emo, she wanted to get Casey's gas station pizza. And actually one of the there's a chain of gas stations called Casey, and they make really good pizza and really good donuts. Not only did she say that, but one of the Puminati actually got into my DMs and messaged me that too. He's like, yo, I'm from the St. Louis area. You should check out Casey's Pizza. So maybe that's better than the shit that I had. But I don't know. Outside of Chicago, I don't have a lot of faith in your guys' pizza. So I'm assuming I would probably bet the under on the food chub for Wisconsin gas station pizza. You never know, though. Pizza, again, its beauty is its simplicity. So maybe your gas station pizza is delicious. But the pizza bracket, man, am I wrong here? Isn't it just too... It's like I can't do it justice.
Based on the response we got from last week's discussion where I was, white knighting for Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut's not making it past its first bracket.
No, nor should it, probably. If we're doing it like an authentic or a good pizza challenge or a pizza bracket, then how could Pizza Hut make it through. You know what I mean? Like there's hundreds of spots in Brooklyn and in the Village that have to be better than Pizza
Well,
Hut.
I feel like that would also be difficult because if we're talking about, like Poop Boys Pizza in Queens, no one knows what the fuck we're talking about because it's not, a national chain.
Poop Boys is really good, though.
They have really good poop.
Or like the Two Brothers dollar slices, or is it just Brothers Pizza? Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. The dollar slices in Manhattan, like there's a million of
There's
them. I don't
like
know.
2 boots. Yeah, I mean, there's too much. Like I could say, like there could be some fucking pizza place on the corner around here in Studio City that has awesome pizza, but I can't. No one's gonna give a shit if I'm going to bat for that pizza because nobody's tried it. Like people are passionate about how much they hate Pizza Hut because they've tried Pizza Hut and they fucking hate it.
But I feel like we got some feedback, or I heard some things, whether it be through Slack or just talking to maybe Ginger, that this inspired some of the Puminati to go out and get a Pizza Hut pan pizza, and they were reminded of how delicious it was. So it's not everyone is.
That's true. And I did see somebody tweet me because I was specifically, and I feel like I talked about this ad nauseum, that pepperoni pan pizzas make my dick hard. And then somebody like tweeted at us, and I forgot to respond, but they were like, "Hey, your discussion made me want to try that pizza." And you're right, it was great. And it was a fucking regular Hawaiian pizza. It wasn't a pan pizza, and it wasn't pepperoni.
So he didn't even heed your advice. He's
No.
just a. I guess he really likes Pizza Hut pizza, which
I guess
is
so.
again. Do we know what part of the country he's from? That could be a
No.
huge indictment of local pizza situation. Neither one of you've had New Haven, right? And you've heard of its reputation, right?
No.
No.
Oh, really? Okay, then. All right. I guess I'm giving you guys news. New Haven's supposed to have just delicious pizza.
Is that
New
Connecticut?
Haven, Connecticut. Yeah, New Haven, Connecticut. I know it's
Oh.
random. My brother went there. He stayed with my uncle back in the years ago. My uncle was a chef in Connecticut, and he was like, "Hey, I gotta take you to New Haven because it's like world famous pizza, and everyone loves it, and you can compare it to New York pizza." My brother said it was really good. He said it's not better than like New York City pizza, but it is delicious. But like, I don't know. Like, I would assume Whole Foods pizza is mopping Wisconsin gas station pizza. Has everyone had Whole Foods? I mean,
You
unfortunately,
keep swearing by Whole Foods pizza. I've never had it once.
I think you might have good pizza options in your area.
We do have good pizza options in our area.
So it's
But all
understandable.
this talk about garbage pile pizza is making me think we should get Domino's tonight.
Fucking, I don't know. I think it's delicious. I think fucking pizza's delicious. Yeah, exactly.
That right there is Jeff enjoying the Whole Foods pizza.
I'm gonna get some tomorrow. Let me tell you, for the Yankees Red Sox wild card game.
All right, let's go on to the next voice.
Or maybe mod pizza for dinner. Do you guys have mod out by you?
No. Is that a make
It's
your
like
own pizza?
So it's like a wood-fired pizza. I would not say that they are actually wood firing it, but they cook it for like 3 or 4 minutes, really hot. But you go in and it's one price for the pizza, and you just make it like you would make a sub at Subway.
Yeah, that we have the ones out by
like
by
Blaze,
me
right?
is Blaze, and I completely, for some reason, had a mental block up and forgot about all of the make your own pizza places. And Blaze, I don't know, that one will make a little pre-cum come out. Blaze kicks ass.
I've never had Blaze.
It's delicious.
I like it for the freedom it gives.
Yeah, you can really be. I've been trapped behind these people before who are just, their pizza comes out like a foot thick. They're like, no,
It's like
more cheese. And then they're like,
It's
nope,
like,
keep on. Keep giving me more.
it's like Michael Scott and Pretzel Day.
Yeah. And give me some pepperoni too. No, more of that. More than that. Even more. Come on. More pepperoni. More pepperoni.
Yeah,
Okay.
Don't skimp.
That's good. Now
It's free, right? So let's go.
now sausage. And that thing comes out of the oven and it looks like a cheesy cake. All right,
I
here's
gotta try it.
another voicemail.
What up, Puminati? I had an idea about Poop Slime Alley, Triple D, by the way. Kevin needs to request like a non-lethal slingshot on his Amazon wish list. We'll buy him that. He sets up a little GoPro when they stop in front of him. He just shoots pellets at people. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Adios, boy.
Weighing in on that, is that cool?
No.
Can you do that?
No.
All right. Because on one hand, it's homeless people. It's it's their situation's terrible. It's a bummer, and while we can make jokes about it, it's a bummer. On the other hand, they are like just acting like assholes on your property, kind of. Well,
Yeah,
I guess
there
not
is
your property,
a better place to do PCP and scream at the top of your lungs.
now that you put it that way, I guess any place is as good as any. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where is the appropriate place to do PCP and go nuts? I guess maybe a rave, but
Yeah, maybe I should just go and get a bunch of lumber from Home Depot and just construct a mini stage somewhere in an empty parking lot in Studio City and just put a fake microphone up and it'll be like, ha-has. Here's PCP's Laugh Hut. And when you're freaking out on PCP, that's your open mic. That's your venue. You can go up there and, yell about $11 trillion and on guard. You can joust people or fence people, I mean. By the way, I did get a text from the MSPH Wrestling Commissioner and the $11 trillion man. I hope I'm not scooping this, but he didn't say in his text, don't say anything. The $11 trillion man will be making his debut in the next MSPH Wrestling event.
well, thank God.
And all of his special moves are going to be power bombs.
I'll build that into my scouting report for the $13 trillion man.
Yeah, and to refresh people's memory, this is what that is in reference to.
Nigga, I ain't got to catch not near fade, because I caught a fade already with a Grape Street nigga, my nigga, for the right call. And I wasn't supposed to do that. Graduated, nigga. Got my A license. Because you're too stupid, you feel what I'm saying, to get the money up out of you, especially with the walking wise, by the commander-in-chief, dumb assholes. Y'all bitches are stupid. Y'all bitches are stupid. And if getting pimp, bitch, you need your ass power bomb, bitch. Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh God. How the fuck, bitch, you giving permission to pop your motherfucking peas, bitch?
Sounds like Booker T, the wrestler.
If you don't check the motherfucking cash salary of this nigga dick, 11 wet trillion.
When I played this on the Ella show, Tully said you need to get a DMX beat and put it underneath this guy.
11 fucking trillion, nigga.
This would sync well with Get At Me Dog.
Yeah.
The instrumental.
11 trillion. Walk around just like this, nigga. Fuck. 11 trillion, nigga. These dumb assholes, nigga, was had permission to get nigga.
Guy's pissed.
The way he say suplexing hoes.
Seems very racist too. A lot of N-bombs.
It would seem like it's 11 trillion, not 13 trillion. Make sure the commissioner knows that. You want to give this guy an extra? He said.
I swear, Kevin said $11 trillion man.
Oh, maybe I heard him or I misheard him. My bad.
Yeah, that was in the text. $11 trillion man is coming to MSPH Wrestling. So,
all right, fair enough. My bad. Well, I probably
just want to make sure everybody's up to speed on the inside joke. So when the event comes, you're not lost.
Are you guys going to use On God more in like your regular day conversations? Because it is a fun thing to say.
I
I'm going to use On Guard more, though.
I watched the most recent episode of the show Dave on FX, and somebody says it in that, and I was like, oh.
Dude.
The $11 trillion man.
That's really weird that you brought that up, because Rent Ram made me watch just random out-of-order episodes of Dave this weekend. And that show kicks ass.
It's really fucking good.
It's fucking hysterical.
It's really fucking good. Lil Dicky kills it.
My favorite person on that show is Gata. That dude makes me piss my pants every time he talks. I think you would like it.
It's on Hulu?
Yes.
Because it's a FX, right? They
Yeah.
got the Hulu
Correct.
shit.
And it's fucking filthy. It is so unbelievably raunchy.
Little Dicky actually can rap. It's weird. It's
yeah,
a
they
weird
play some of his
thing.
music, and I'm like, wow, this is good.
Yeah, the dude's got bars. Like, it's kind of crazy.
And he gets really big cameos in it. Like, there's an episode that we watched where he matches with Doja Cat on a dating app.
That episode was really good.
Yeah. It's solid. I was very, very surprised.
No, that show is very good.
Yeah.
What season is it in? I might
The
go
second
watch that.
season.
Because I had to get Hulu to record our MasterChef season finale because YouTube went down. And I couldn't rewatch the MasterChef season finale. YouTube TV, like their playback, their DVR went down that day. So I got Hulu and just immediately canceled it. I think I still have a few more, like another week on it. So I'll have to watch the Dave shit.
Yeah, it's binge worthy.
Mad people have told me it's awesome. So
yeah, it is. It's utterly filthy. It's super awkward and really funny and clever.
He's like if John Ralphio from Parks and Rec could rap.
No, he's like more awkward. He's just painfully awkward. And he's always saying the most stupid shit and acting so cringy. It's like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? And he also has like a fucked up dick. And we Googled it, and he has a fucked up dick in real life.
What's
I'll just leave it there.
Oh, no spoilers. All
no,
right.
no.
Wow.
I'll it's way more funny if you find it through the show than me talking about it.
All right. I can't wait to find Little Dickie's dick.
All right, we'll do one more voicemail.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. Mike from
Yes.
Missouri. I don't want to overstep my bounds, but since Shuddy coined my moniker, the voice of God, I wanted to offer Jeff an opportunity to retroactively unsuck a dick.
I feel like we're about to enter a Saw game.
It might be unprecedented, but I
This
think
is like
we
if
should let
Squid
this
Game was English.
play out. But before
Are you familiar with red light, green light?
we get to that, let's go back to the summer of 2015. A young, idealistic Jeff Clark was feeling the burn, and he was asked a question.
And
Is
I
that
had a
soundbite?
question for Jeff. Jeff, would you suck a dick to have Bernie Sanders actually get elected to the presidency and have all his platforms be instituted the day he takes office?
Oh, damn.
Would you suck that dick?
Mike, let me tell you, Mike, that's a great question because you really caught me in the prime of my love for Bernie Sanders. I am just all about the burn, feeling the burn heavy. And I am
don't wanna
such a
listen to the rest of
believer in that guy and the necessity that
I will say, Jeff, off air fairly recently, you were like, I'm fairly confident that I stand behind everything I've ever said.
I'm finding out that was a lie, and I've misspoken. Do we have to listen to the rest of this? Because I can answer this one fast.
Well, you want
Do
to
the
hear
15-second thing on our own podcast. Just the 15-second thing.
him as our leader, that I think I would take one for the team. Oh, shit. I think I would take one for America.
Just terrible.
So
Just
Jeff,
think what you could have saved us had that really been a possibility, though.
Why? Save us from what? What happened?
I love
I
how
absolutely
deep,
would take that one back if my voice of God, if you could grant me this one, Indian giving of a blowjob, I would absolutely appreciate that.
Man, voice of
can't
God,
believe
Mike, he keeps receipts. He's got fucking sound effects and production elements and old voicemails saved.
I again, I don't want to put my foot in my mouth in this one. I just want to take a dick out of my mouth. But that might be the worst dick I've ever sucked. I mean, I can't think back to all of them, but that's terrible. What a terrible take. And now, I recently said to you I would stand by most of my takes. And now I'm not very confident in that at all.
So you don't think Bernie would have been a better president?
Yeah, but I fucking hate politics, and I don't want to stick up for any of these assholes. No way.
I would suck a dick.
Let alone suck a dick for one of them. Fuck that.
I'd
Fuck
suck
that.
a dick to make Joe Rogan president.
I just got lost. I made a bet, and I really wanted to win it, and I thought Bernie was the right guy, and I hold on to that. He would have been a much better president. He was the right guy because at least that motherfucker like tries to work for the common man, right? But nothing gets done. Nothing. We're not into politics, and I'm definitely not the one that should be speaking about this. But Washington is just an absolute fucking cesspool of just disgusting humans, and it was a really bad take.
Well, I
take it back.
I can't find any fault with that statement.
Your chance to unsuck that dick. Would you suck a generic run-of-the-mill dick now? Unsuck your Bernie Sanders dick. Love the show, guys. Keep it up.
Oh, I love you, deep voice Mike.
Oh, well, I guess Jeff is just sucking an ordinary run-of-the-mill dick now.
I'm gonna have to Wink Martindale my fucking dick sucking. I gotta suck dicks to get out of sucking dick, huh? Eventually I'll be even and I'll be no longer a cocksucker. God, I hate that take so fucking much. I can't believe I said that. I thought these weren't even on the internet.
Jeff, Kevin, can you play that take back one more time? I think I missed some of it.
Come on, Shay, don't do this to me.
You know what? I'm just gonna loop it in post. This episode is going to be have the Snyder cut. It's going to be 30 minutes longer because we're going to re-listen to that voicemail 30 times in a row.
I do like Bernie Sanders though, and I think he's my favorite guy out there, or favorite politician out there. Actually, Tulsi Gabbard's pretty sweet, but suck a dick to get out of sucking a dick. But I already put Bernie's dick in my mouth theoretically, right? we didn't even get him as. This is terrible. This is terrible. All right, yeah, I will. I hate that take. I don't know. My brain is broken. Yeah, I guess I will suck a dick so I don't have to listen to that ever again.
All right, you heard it here first, folks.
I want to use the F word. I'm very angry.
All right, well, we're gonna let Jeff nurse his wounds.
Damn it, that's how we're ending.
We're going to take a look.
God damn it.
But we're not truly ending because the fun continues on Patreon. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. $5 tier gets a weekly bonus podcast and all episodes of Crafter Jeff. And if you scroll back, you get little teasers. Every now and then we throw a $10 show down on the $5 tier as like a little sampler so people can see what's up. And if you want to make the full fucking plunge, the $10 tier has all of our solo shows and additional combined efforts between the three of us. Almost every single day there's new stuff going up. Very, very active Patreon. I think you guys will have tons of fun. Shuddy Boy's dog even has a show on it.
Layla or MJ or Parker, or is it Miles?
That was Lila. The mailman must have come.
Oh, He-Man.
No.
She-Ra.
All right, Lila, just chill. No He-Man.
And if you want to be a part of voicemails, yay, just call 201-472-0139. And if you just want to shoot an email, it's madscientistpartyhour@gmail.com. I know we've gotten more horror movie recommendations from people. I'm going to check those out.
For what exactly? What were they recommending them for?
You know, because Halloween's coming up.
Oh, you mean because it's spooky season?
Nope, it sure isn't.
It feels like spooky season.
Oh, we didn't even talk about what I did this weekend. Damn it.
Is that
Yes,
a
that'll
Patreon
be on the
teaser?
Patreon.
Oh shit!
Another reason to subscribe.
Yeah. You can find
out
out
what Shuddy did this weekend.
Yep, find out about my weekend.
which He-Man toy Shuddy Boy blew a load to. Spoiler
It
alert!
did not involve He-Man toys at all.
It was Battle Cat.
Now no one knows, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
You can also watch full episodes on YouTube, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. And if you'd like to follow us on Instagram, if it ever comes back up, I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records. Instagram and Facebook is back.
Oh, boo. Well,
it was fun.
You can follow at MSPH Podcast there then.
Yeah, where we're fucking shadow banned.
Yeah.
Why are we shadow banned?
I don't know. That's just what I say when things that I publish to social media don't get as much love as I think they should. And
So it's everybody else's problem and not yours.
I'm not the fall guy for our fucking YouTube views. It's fucking YouTube and their gay ass algorithms.
Well, we will be back in 2 weeks, friends. But until next time, something.
Doodle flop, doodly plamps.
Whoa! Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm a few minutes late. Jeff and Shuddy, you're going to clown me. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Why is this taking so long? Shuddy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Who? Shuddy, your hair.
He's talking to his boss right now.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why the head rubbing is so vigorous and angry.
I was asking him how his Monday was going. He's like, I'll let you know after this phone call. So
Shit.
Shuddy might be getting red carded right now.
Beard's looking solid. Looks like a beard trim happened.
We got a Jesus. Uh-oh.
Hat's
that
back
guy
on.
put his dick in the acai again. I thought you told him not to do that.
It feels so good. The dragon fruit tickles my nutsack.
Medaya.
Oh, no.
I wonder. I don't know what's happening.
Me neither.
If I don't think he's getting fired anymore. If so, this is angry, like demonic laughing. Like, oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go light 3 of these on fire after this. Oh man. So let's do droopy news real quick. I know that's an Ellis bit, but someone just asked me, one of my East Coast friends, how the oil spill is. What's up? I don't know about an oil spill. That didn't happen in football this weekend. What do you got? What's going on?
I actually... Oh, that's strange. I feel like plugging in the iPad, audio-wise, busts out a tiny little hum in the background. But it's probably one of those stupid things that only my neurotic ass can hear, and it doesn't even show up on the recording. I just saw pictures on Twitter of people being like, hey, look, this is Huntington Beach, and a bunch of oil washing up. And one guy was filming it because every time a wave would come in and come back, it would leave, like, you know, a stain, a watermark of oil. And some fucking dumb dingbat lady is just walking in it, and her dog is running around and frolicking in the water. And the guy's screaming at her, hey, you see all that? That's oil. And she's like, what? What? Oil. It's fucking oil. And she goes, oh, It's like, no, you and your dog are wading in oil. You dumb shit. And apparently now it's spread to Laguna Beach. But I don't know where it came from. I don't know if this is BP striking again.
Well, as long as it heads south, I mean, that's all I care about. I'm in Long Beach, so Huntington Beach is cool. I don't wish any ill will against them. I generally really like when Huntington Beach is trending because then we get some pretty cool social media videos. But not this time. I didn't see what
I'm burning my Nikes. I bought a new pair just to burn these because I'm pissed again.
It's usually like a battleground between Antifa and the right wing people, and I don't know. I like seeing those. I wish there would be more of those fights. Huntington Beach, I think, is a perfect place to have them because there is no weather advantage. It's just 70 degrees, you know? If you can't, like some people can't really function in rain or in the elements, but I think you could have the most fair fight in Huntington Beach because it is like the fairest weather in America. I don't know.
I just saw something interesting, Jeff. No, I'm sorry. I just got a work text, and I had my Twitter open to see if there was any new stuff on the spill. But I saw this very interesting tweet, and it's a screenshot of some coding, and obviously I have no fucking clue what that means. But this person has interpreted this that large sections of Facebook's routing has been deleted. Like somebody intentionally deleted some coding, meaning that from the looks of it, Facebook isn't down, it is gone.
I can't believe that. You gotta understand, I've been on that fucking website for 17 years now. I don't just believe it's just gone like that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
hopefully.
I mean, yeah, I have no love lost. I've gone on Facebook maybe a handful of times, and that's usually just to see if anybody that I knew in the past has tried reaching out to me and doesn't know that, you know, I use the actual, you know, social media apps that aren't cranky old people bitching about masks.
Yeah.
And it usually isn't. And they made it even harder to find where the birthdays are because, I mean, even when I was going on Facebook, it was pretty much just to see whose birthday it was, so I didn't seem like a dick. But now I don't know when anybody's birthday is. I kind of don't give a shit.
Well, which app do you try to use to avoid cranky people bitching about masks? Because that's where I'll upload my cranky thoughts about masks. Instagram. I'm shadow banned on Instagram.
I think I am too.
And probably Facebook. Yeah. We're just not cool enough. I mean, at least you commit slightly to the Instagram model and algorithm by willingly posting selfies and stuff like that. You need more pics of you and Rant Rant, but I know she doesn't want to do that.
I know.
That's how you could get your Instagram game up.
She even said that to me like this weekend. She was like, "Aren't you glad that I'm not one of those girlfriends that's always asking you to take pictures of me and like forcing Instagram pictures of us?" And I'm like, well, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of glad that I don't have to stop everywhere we're going when we're out in public so I can take 15 different shots of you posing in front of those brick walls with angel wings painted on it. But I was like, I wouldn't mind.
Oh, yeah, who would do that? That'd be
some
terrible.
couple pictures up of us.
Yeah.
What, do you do that?
That's cool. I did that for 3 years, Kevin. I don't want to talk about my personal Vietnam. We're talking about your stuff right now.
Oh, I didn't realize that was your setup.
What? You hung out with us before, right?
Yeah, I never saw her, like, shove a phone in your hand and make you do a photo shoot. Maybe she saved that for when I wasn't around.
Son of a bitch. I guess the few times that we hung out, one of them were at a Halloween party, and a lot of her girlfriends were there, and maybe it was the other boyfriends that had to do that.
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, there was a million shots, and every girl that rolled in, and with Brazilians, they all show up late. So every girl that rolled in, it was a new photo. So I have to like dodge it somehow, either by going to the bathroom or standing next to the fucking guacamole or I don't know, away from the action.
Okay, yeah. Now that you're bringing that up, I do remember, like, you and I were like laughing about it. You'd be like, "Oh, look at these motherfuckers! They're doing it again!" And they're all just like smoochy face, sticking their tongue out, flicking each other's titties. Nah, that didn't happen. That would have been cool, but no, like,
that'd have been real sweet.
Literally, exactly as you explained it. Somebody new showed up late, and then the 5 girls that were in the previous picture had to add a 6th and retake 500 new pictures. And then by the time they got done taking those 500 pictures, a 7th girl would show up. And they'd be like, oh, 500 more pictures!
Yeah. And then, all right, I'm ready to go home. Okay, all right.
I have enough posts for social media for the next 2 months.
This is a great party. I'm ready to go home now.
Yeah, I got a lot done.
Sweet. Fuck, dude. Yeah, no, it's all good, but I was definitely an Instagram boyfriend for a few years there.
I mean, it doesn't need to be that extreme for me. Like, I'm not like, hey, let's not put pictures of us up.
Is she starting to buckle on that?
No.
Is she going to be... No?
No,
What's her
because
Instagram look like?
I
know it's behind it's a private thing. Is there like a lot of memes?
No. And in fact, oh shit, I forgot. Instagram is down, so I can't even check. But she posts like maybe 1 picture a year.
Oh, she's like me.
Yeah.
Nice. I bet you her 1 post a year behind that's not a paywall. What do they call them? I don't know. Whatever.
Firewall.
Behind like firewall security, whatever, does better than any of my stupid posts. I got to promote my own shit, and I'm doing a sports betting podcast for USA Today, and they don't do that good of a job of promoting it. So whatever, I got to help myself out. So I'll post it to Instagram, and dude, I got like fucking 30 likes for the last one.
People don't give a shit. Like, if you're promoting something, people treat it like it's the fucking Black Plague. Anytime we put up promo videos for the Ella show, like 0 views, nobody pays attention to it. I don't know if we're shadow banned or if people are like, no, I don't care about your livelihood.
I think it's shadow banned. I have what? I think I have 1,100 followers.
I mean, of course, that picture of me that I put up looking like an 11-year-old lesbian got like 1,800 likes and 200 comments of everybody being like, "Oh, you look like a girl." Like, oh, really? What gave you that impression? The obvious long hair?
Oh, yeah. But everyone loves old photos.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. It's like, I was thinking about with my sports betting posts, promotion or whatever, that maybe I just put a selfie in the first one, and then the next gallery is like all the sports betting stuff. Like, that's how I'll trick the fucking algorithm. But no, it's frustrating. I think it's effectively a shadow ban because, again, I have 1,100 followers and I had 30 likes. I mean, I just don't believe all those people are that big of dickheads that they'd be like, yeah, fuck this, whatever.
I honestly think it's just people don't give a fuck about when you're trying to promote things. Because like anytime I post,
following me,
anytime I post something that promotes MSPH, it gets like, you know, a fraction of the likes. Anytime I post something that's promoting the Ella show, it gets a fraction of the likes. Even when we put all that effort into filming those skits, like writing those skits of like the Karate Dojo where Dustin was Steven Seagal, and like the Patreon cologne ad for the Ella show that we shot in black and white and like busted out suits and had like, we put so much work in all those videos. And if it's like a video of me fucking farting on a pumpkin, it'll get 10,000 views. And if it's a produced written script promoting the show, it'll get 2,000 views. It's so weird.
Bitch ass Instagram, dude. I kind of hope this is it. I really do. There's some suckers who have made money and a name off of Instagram, and if that shit went away and we got to start fresh again, I mean, it would just be as lame or probably even lamer than before. But I don't know. I hope it's as you said. Someone somehow got in the back end, found a route of coding or found a whole bunch of coding and just hit delete. And they said, are you sure this will permanently delete it? And they said, fuck yes. Click and just gone. That would be fucking hilarious. I would love that.
I mean, with the way nerds are, like, I feel like no company, especially one the size of Facebook, would ever put all their eggs in one basket where somebody could just delete a few lines of coding and then it's just gone forever. I feel like Facebook has to have cloud backups, multiple cloud backups, hard copy backups.
For sure.
I feel like replacing a couple lines of code is just, a day or two setback at most.
Yeah, they'll pay someone enough to sit there and fucking recode it.
Yeah.
That's why I don't believe that they just deleted Facebook. Like, if that's just gonna work.
That was just one tweet I saw when I opened it up.
I think they could, if anything, they could just ask one of the countries that they sold our data to, but yo, can we get that back so we can just copy it back into the system? You know what I mean? Just be like, hit up like China or Russia. I don't know who they sold to, and be like, hey, so all that stuff that we sold you and that we gave you access to, we don't want it back, and you're doing fine. Just let us. Can we just borrow it so we can control C, control V back into our situation, or back into our shit?
Man.
The world could very well be a better place by the time we're done with this podcast, and it would have nothing to do with us.
Oh, I think it would have everything to do with us. We do such a sweet podcast and reinvent the fart joke so hard that it just brings world peace. It's like the Grinch changing his mind and throwing presents down to Whoville. We're just farting joy on the world.
If social media goes down, can we go back to talking about stuff that would get us canceled? I miss racial insensitivity. I miss doing that.
That is a good point. How would people get canceled if social media was gone?
Right? How would it happen? Probably wouldn't. I'd be the end of the canceling days. People never acted like that before.
Yeah, what are you going to tattletale over ticker tape?
Yeah, like back in the day, that kind of stuff, that kind of behavior was looked at as bitch assness. And now it's just like, it's something people do every day.
I look out my window into Poop Slime Alley and somebody hired one of those planes to pull a banner that says, ooh, Kevin, I'm telling, ooh. I heard that joke you made.
Yeah, they just fucking... Yeah, I don't even have anything to add to that. Son of a bitch.
I feel like at this point, Shuddy Boy could be like, sorry, my Facebook went out, and hang up the phone.
Did you guys hear Instagram went down?
Fucking assholes.
We didn't talk a lot about you, actually. It was
I just heard Kevin. I had the headphones sitting on the desk next to my phone, which I was talking to on speaker, and just as I'm talking, I hear Kevin doing the Shuddy voice coming out of the headphones. So I had
going directly into your phone, so people are like hearing me doing an impression of you sticking your dick in acai.
Yep.
Nice.
And by people, my boss. So I had to move the headphones, turn the mic down.
Hey, this is only strike 2 for sticking my dick in the acai bowls. Wait a second. Did you guys hear what Shuddy just said? We're gonna have to investigate this.
Did you still have a job, right? We're good?
Yeah, we're fine. She didn't hear it, but it was just I started to hear stuff coming out of the headphones that I didn't want her to hear.
Right, but you were making gestures, or I don't know, you gave off almost body language during the call that could have been bad.
No, it was just body language of I'm ready to record Mad Scientist Party Hour, not talk about acai.
Damn right. Kevin's looking on Instagram. It's still down, Kevin. It's still down.
No, I have secret Instagram. They have a backup one for people with 20,000 followers or more.
Mine's working.
You got Instagram back up?
No, I'm kidding, Jeff.
Oh. All right. Well, I don't know.
This is what my Instagram looks like for me.
Oh, that's awesome. God damn it. I wish we could take a picture of that and post it to Instagram. Oh, man.
I'm just writing the intro.
I get your whatchamacallit. I get your little Ellis video breakout or Ellis show breakout videos. Apparently I've been accepted by the algorithm, or the algorithm recognizes me and how much I like your guys' content. I like how you did Droopy News covering a topic that we briefly discussed.
I didn't even know it.
Yeah. You could have, if you just paid a little more attention to my earlier review and cared a little bit, you could have added more to your coverage. But yeah, I mean, KTS Dre
if
got
you self-edited a little bit, it would be way easier to pay attention to your ramblings.
I'm bad at editing, self-editing. I got a bunch of shit. Not a bunch of shit. I got some stuff to ramble on today, too, that'll probably come out just fucking confusing. KTS Dre got shot 64 times, huh? Worst thing about it is he probably got fucking gunned down by like a 15-year-old. Those motherfuckers are savages over there. Chirac. Droopy News covering Chirac. Jeez.
Hey, he's at the forefront of all the hot spots. He's not afraid of a little danger.
No, he tackles the hard-hitting subjects. So I'm saying, let's get Droopy News in the oil spill.
All right. Holy moly. 20 minutes. Suck on my dick! Were you guys able to hear that?
Yes.
Is that out there?
A lemon no mint spares. A lemon no mint spares.
Some fucking assholes. Passing my spotless end of music right now. Some R&B. It's kind of distracting me. Happy to be back in the city, let me tell you. Wasn't out in BFE as they call it in Midwest. Have you heard of this? You don't probably have any real Midwest familiarity, right? I don't think you've ever been there, right?
Is that Bumblefuck East?
Yeah. Oh, you know what they're talking? Yeah. They call the middle of nowhere buttfuck Egypt, BFE.
Oh yeah, I guess I have heard that one.
And I spent the last 5 days in buttfuck Egypt.
Up yours, dude.
All right. I found the show theme.
Are we ready to go? All right. Is the intro jotted down?
Let me fix my hair. Let me hit record.
Recording in progress.
Intro is jotted.
We're also shadow banned on YouTube, though, so you don't really need a fixture. It's not that big of a deal if you fix your hair. From Los Angeles, California, this is Mad Scientist Party Hour.